Good morning, friends. This is Sriharsha from Crazy Money with Sri. Today is 12 Jan, and let's see what's happening in the market. What happened yesterday? What could happen today? And what should be your plan of action? How you need to actually look at the markets. So let's understand everything in detail. If you are still not a part of my YouTube channel, go ahead, like the video, subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon so that you will get all the latest notifications. So let's get started, guys. So as I said yesterday, there's a bubble in the market which can actually burst any point of time. Looks like the early signs are actually coming in, and I can see a clear cut reversal which is actually getting started in the bank nifty as of now, though the confirmation is going to happen probably over a period of time. It is not going to, whether it is a smaller correction or a deeper correction. Say right now I see at least a smaller correction till 30,000 31,000 points for bank nifty in the coming days, until unless it is not able to sustain 32,000. Very likely it is going to actually come down, because 32,300 is acting as a very strong resistance at this point of time. So there's no fresh buying in banks until unless we cross 32,300 for the bank nifty. So that is number one. Number two, you could see that US and Europe markets, all of them actually gave a decent correction. So from that perspective, the sentiment of the market is a little down. The reason being, now there's some uncertainty again creeping up in the political scenario, because Donald Trump is going to get impeached. That is number one. Another thing is actually the global virus scenario is again the virus cases are increasing and all. See, whenever you see this happening, whenever the prices come down, they talk about cases increasing. Whenever actually prices goes up, they talk about vaccine. So you should actually not look at the news alone, but so this is going to anyway come, and this is only going to scare, and there's always a possibility. But let's look at the overall perspective. Market is highly overvalued. I have been telling you, be cautious. This is a place to be cautious. This is not a place for us to actually become brave. This is definitely not a place. It's highly overvalued. Sooner or later correction was due, and it is healthy for the markets to correct. So I am expecting some decent correction to happen, but there is a contradiction right now in nifty and bank nifty. Bank nifty is actually getting a little weaker. There is a supply which is possible, I told you also, because after a year, see, from 32,000 it actually came to 16,000. 50% of it was actually out, and from there actually it has come back to this place. So there is a lot of people who are waiting in sidelines. They are all actually booking their, actually they want to actually cut down their positions. So the supply is going to be quite high, and this is going to definitely at least bring the market down to some extent. At least that's what I am saying, expecting at least a 31,000 level, where the next support is there, is where very likely the bank nifty is going to come. If bank nifty comes down 1,000 points, there's a very likelihood that nifty will actually get dragged at least a 500 points. So very likely nifty will have its support at around 13,950 range. So that is a very important support for the nifty, and somewhere around 14,000 levels. The same place in case of bank nifty is around 31,000 levels. These are the place where actually the support can be taken. Only after we breach that barrier, we can see whether actually a reversal is possible, or it can actually take support from there and again start moving higher. Anything is possible at this time, because there is nothing which is very clearly seen as of now. Bank nifty have shown early signs of reversal, but confirmation is still pending, so we'll actually look at that. So today, looking at the overall scenario, market may probably open flat to negative, is what I am seeing. But for this week, till Thursday, I don't expect market to breach 14,500. So 14,500 is going to act as a very strong resistance area, and wherever market tries Nifty tries to move beyond it, very likely there will be a good amount of sell off which could come in. So don't get actually getting into any fresh kind of buying. Yesterday Reliance has actually breached its previous lows, and it has become very weak. So Reliance is going to drag the market. IT and pharma are the ones who are trying to hold the market. Banks are actually coming down. Banks, and I told you yesterday also, Reliance and Bank Nifty are going to be 50%. They're actually on the weaker side. Now FMCG, pharma and IT are trying to hold this at this stage. So we will have to see how actually things are going to go higher. Will it go higher? Will it actually halt? Is something which we have to see. Yesterday the automobile companies have moved higher. Now I probably would see some halt coming in, and because earlier steel companies actually moved higher, then actually there was a halt, and from there actually the big selling has started in the steel companies. So similarly, if all the high beta sectors slowly are getting into a correction mode, then very likely that we will actually get into a correction mode, and this is a place for us to book profit. I've been talking about this from the last 1 week. I have been telling you the data is showing that too much of long positions are there. This is highly overbought situation. So the profit booking can actually take the prices to pretty decent level, from where again a fresh support could come in, and we need to see how other things are going to take up shape. I have told you earlier also, there is a lot of uncertainty with the variants of coronavirus, and because of that, though people are saying there's no big difference, but sentimental factor is going to be going down, and that is where actually probably markets can get dragged because it's highly overvalued, and that's something which can actually push the prices down. So that is something which you need to be aware of. And commodities, if I have to see, gold is trying to take support right now. Gold, silver probably can get sideways to positive, and crude oil probably, if markets is not going to help it to move higher, then crude oil also can get into this selling mode. If you have seen the euphoria which I was talking to you about, cryptocurrency has been so high. Yesterday we have actually got dragged almost 15-20%. Now again there is a big drop. So from 40,000 level, in just 2 days we have come to 34,000 levels. So you can see that kind of euphoria which actually comes in the price, which right now shows that probably a reversal is possible in the cryptocurrency. So that is something which you need to be aware, guys. When markets move too much too short, you need to be very cautious, because we need some amount of corrections. If it is not coming, that could actually come drastically like this. So we need to be very careful at this stage. So it's better to actually book your especially the cyclical ones where it has moved up a lot. These are the ones you need to actually be very careful, like the banking, financials, steel, cement. These sectors, automobiles, very likely they would give a good amount of correction from here. So book profits in these sectors and try to actually look stocks for the long term. That is what actually would be my advice. There will be a good amount of shorting opportunities which will start arising. Right now I see a good amount of shorting opportunities which are coming in the banks, like Kotak Bank has already given us a good sign of reversal. So right now I see at least it going towards the 1900 range. So that is something which is happening in the bank. So similar, so that stock by stock actually there could be a good amount of correction which we can see, and you need to actually start looking at see, until unless we don't go below 13th 6,700. Market can still be buy on dips. There can still be actually bounce backs which could happen, but stock specific shorting opportunities have started coming in, and you can probably look at that. JSW Steel, the steel industries have actually got into the sell-off mode, so that is a good opportunity there. So you can actually start looking in these segments. Okay guys, if you have liked this information I'm sharing with you, like the video, subscribe the channel, hit the bell icon so that you will get all the latest notifications. If you are not a part of my telegram channel Crazy Money, which is the telegram channel, go and join that. And if you are still not actually joined the pro trading system, my signature program, go and join the 5-day program. You can actually watch my yesterday I've streamed for you live the video. You can actually go and watch that, and you can also see it on my playlist, and you can actually join this program. Thank you very much guys, have a great and profitable day.